It's a very affordable ring.
That is beautiful.
But let's start here. Now, the chain does not come with the pendant that we're going to talk about. The chain is a separate purchase. It's actually the same chain as I'm wearing. But we want to talk about this pendant. This is an Italian gold by David Markstein Scapular, excuse me, I said it wrong. Scapular cross pendant, 14 karat gold, and in a satin finish. Normally it would be $344. We're at $275. That's $69 less, and 5 easy payments of $55 if you'd like to get it. This, to me, looks like something you would find in like a museum kind of thing.
It really is, and it's because of that texture in the front. What I love, again, this is a factory who does all of these designs. You know, they call it almost like sculpting with these. You know, it comes from art history, really, is where you look at these scenes that have been from the Bible and everything like that. So what you have here is the Sacred Heart of Jesus on the top. You have Saint Joseph, Saint Anthony on the right, Saint Joseph on the left, and then the Miraculous Mary in the center, and then the dove in the center. So what I love is, look at how the sides are kind of raised a little bit. They're kind of angled. That's the polished surfaces. It just brings out that design in the center that I love so much in this.
I know it. It frames it. It's like having a picture with a frame so that you look at it. Now, I wanted to just see what's on the opposite side. It's all beautifully brushed.
Clean.
And that's just it. It's clean.
And I wanted that like that. I didn't want it polished. I wanted it to have a beautiful satin finish that was very clean.
Could we engrave something on the back?
You might be able to. I would ask your jeweler before you do that, because I wouldn't want you to go through the metal or anything like that, or just because when it's satin finished, sometimes it can be very difficult.
So and you wouldn't want to wreck the front. That's for sure.
And this bail is just nice size, so you could see. And it just, to me, it's just like, again, my brand is representing all things. I want to be all things Italian, and religious jewelry is really important to the Italians. It's important to a lot of people in the world. But I wanted to represent that because I feel like it's a part of jewelry with a meaning, jewelry with a message, and crosses. I feel like you could add this cross to your collection of crosses you already own, because you're not going to find, you've probably never seen anything like this. Add a gold cross, and add a gold cross that you can get well under $300, which I think is amazing.
And here's the other thing, the fact that it is all 14 karat gold and all of that matte finish with the high polish, with the fans at the corners kind of thing. You see that? At the center corners where it all meets this way. You see that fanning design. It's the sculpture. It's just, you know what? It's one of these pieces. I'm going to give you the size on it, because you might want to, now you can, I'll put the 2-inch mark right at the top there of the actual pendant, get my fingers out of the way, and you've got 3/4 of an inch. So, and it's square, so it's 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. It'll look more like an inch in length because of the bail added on. And you could put that on any kind of gold chain. Or maybe even, I was just thinking, or a ribbon, you know, or something like that.
And I think that this is a great cross. I know that the scapular cross is usually a Catholic symbol, but it really could be all Christian faiths, because it really just, there's nothing, every saint here is what people believe in and stuff. So it's like beautiful. I just think there's something about the design of this that is so special. It makes it look Italian. It's, again, where I go, and I feel like when I want to do something like this, I know where to go, what factory would make this for me, because I go to these factories, Mary Beth.
That's right. And you know, like we always talk about Milor and, you know, the Italian company that has been bringing us gold for 30-some years. They always said, we go to the factory that does it best. And there are all these different factories, and you, having been in the business for 31 years, also know where the best factories in Italy are that can do this, you know, such and such. There are certain ones that do herringbone, certain ones that do Byzantine, certain ones that do snake chain, etc. Things like this, and also ones that do pendants and do it beautifully. And this, to me, too, it's a lot of gold. You know, you may not think it's a lot of gold, and you're like, well, why is it at that price? Because it's a lot of gold, and it's also, you know, difficult to do.
It's very difficult to make this, because it's not just a matter of of designing the piece. It's the juxtaposition of that polished surface on the side where it's a little raised with that beautiful finish that looks like the highest in 18 karat gold that you would find in some, like the most beautiful stores in the world. And I feel like, again, what I try to do for my brand is represent all things to all people, but always made in Italy, always made with the craftsmanship that I expect. And I enjoy doing that because I know these factories so well, and they're gonna make the quality that you would expect. Forget what I expect.
That's right.
I expect the best. You're gonna expect the best, and that's what this cross is gonna give you.
Anyone could wear this, male or female.
Absolutely.
This is a unisex pendant. Sometimes, and I know a lot of guys that wear crosses, and this one, there's something about the fact that it's squared, 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch, that just makes it even more special. David's going to be back a little bit later with some more earrings in just a little bit, but in the meantime, we are going to bring this out from Eterna Gold. So these earrings are